Hi, welcome to our reading for the end of December 2016. Remember, it's a general reading. See what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for that wave? Crashing into the wave? Riding the wave or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, definitely try to check out the playlist, the music below. See if there's some personal messages for you in the lyrics, the music, the videos. Just enjoy the tunes. Thank you for being here. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a moment for the reading. Pisces, welcome to our reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the last third of December 2016. So December 22nd through the 31st. We're going to start with the Guardian Angel Tarot. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get clarity and focus on the energies coming on through for the end of December 2016 into January 2017. So let's see what's coming through at the end of 2016 for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Start with one card, Pisces. The Two of Abundance. So this is like the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Coins, the Two of Discs. It's when you need to find your balance again, or you're dropping the ball somewhere, or you're going to fall off of, like, when I see this, I see her on like a plank, like walking the plank, but just taking your time. You know, you don't even have to look down. You can feel your way step by step, but you have to keep your balance. You have to reach out both your right and left hemispheres, your masculine and your feminine, out somewhere, and find where you need to reach towards something and do something and make something happen, and what you can let go of and allow in and change with, which is the straight path through that's best, and where is the best curvy path? Where is the best way around, maybe, so you don't even have to walk that straight plank? Maybe you can just dive in and get to the other side faster. It's finding a way to balance two different energies. It's usually a juggling act, two different kids, two different, sports, two different lessons or whatever they have to go to. You and your job, and you and your family. Balancing enough family time and balancing your job. You and deciding between two jobs. You and deciding between two people to date. You and deciding between two things in your world that you're going to put some energy into. But you have to find the balance, which is worth your time. Where is your time valued? Where do you feel like I'm getting valuable? So, which feels like the better way for you? Maybe there's a nice straight way, and before you were always getting yourself wet, or you were always falling in or dropping something. She looks like she's just taking her time, slow and steady. But you have to find your center point, and you have to adjust your scales. So you have to tap into what's inside of you and how you feel, Pisces, to know what's good around you, because that scale is going to be different for every situation, every relationship, and every step along the way. So it's a constant adjustment. If you're like in a job, and then all this, and you say you're working all the time, and all of a sudden you get a significant other, you get a boyfriend, you get a girlfriend, or you get a request from your family that, hey, you need to spend more time at home. You know, you got to help me with the kids. You got to do something. I need your help to drive them here or do this, or you got to help in the morning and pack something. Then you have to understand that in your environment, your family, your home, your situation, your work, whatever, that if someone's needing some more of your attention somewhere, you have to lessen your plate somewhere else so you're not loaded up. So see where you can lighten the load for yourself so you can go to what's actually important. You know, I'm getting what's calling you. You feel like it's something you want to do. I don't feel like it's a chore that you're like, I don't want to do that again. It could be. If it's something you're procrastinating on and you just haven't done it, then, you know, eventually you're going to fall in the water until you balance your scale, you know, because your load's going to get heavy on one side. Something's going to come by and you're going to fall off. I'm getting one of those weird logs that rolls in the water like an obstacle course or something. Two of Abundance is, it could be deciding between two things. So you could be weighing out the pros and the cons, but you have to just keep moving and keep the experience up to see what feels right. You know, I'm getting maybe if you start to date or someone around you, if I'm getting dating, but that could be two jobs, like starting two jobs at once, or having two clients that need your attention, two things that need your attention, whether one's in yourself and one's out there, or there's two things out there, or there's two things in here. You know, it's two big situations going on or things that you're thinking about. It could be where you are living now and where you want to move to. Is that good for you? Or is it better for me here? Should I stay in my job now? Should I go in that opportunity? Should I continue dating this person? Or should I continue dating this person? Which one makes you feel better? Where do you feel better? Where does it feel like you're yourself and the doors are opening up and the way is just working out for you? Then you have to be responsible to make sure you shut the other doors behind you and you're open. You know, I'm going to dating. You know, if you're open and honest, hey, you know, I don't really know, and I've gone on a date with another person, and hey, and maybe they're like fighting for your attention or whatever, or maybe one is just like, that's cool. Maybe that's the way to go. The one that's like, you know, kind of with you to do whatever you are as long as you're open. But if you're telling that person it's cool and you start to get hot and heavy, or it starts to get complicated, or you really get into someone else, be honest to that person that is expecting you to be honest so they can go along and do their thing or whatever. Don't keep somebody hanging. You know, even if it's a job, if you're not sure about this client or this client, which is the better one to go with, you know, you can move along and have both to do good for you, or you like both the same, or, you know, they both need this specific time slot or something like that, then which feels like it's the right one for you now. You just have to say yes and no. If you leave both lingering, then you don't have the opportunity at all. Or I feel like if there's just one and it's just saying no, then you could always come by later and be like, you know what, that other thing didn't work out and now I'm here. You still need this time slot, whatever, then both are going to probably still want it. I'm sort of getting like, if you have like a venue or something, or you're looking for a venue, you know, I feel like go with the one that needs it first, or booked it first, or the honest approach, you know, the one that was there first. And if in time something happens and something changes, that other one I think is still willing to come on board, or still, so don't make them wait for an answer if they're actually having to book something. You know, if they need to go, don't make somebody wait. If they need to go get something done too, if there's two people waiting, make sure everybody's taken care of, even if it's not in your place. Maybe still take really good care of them. And maybe they will be a future client for you anyway because you took good care of them. Maybe they have to book something somewhere else. You had to say no. You had to do what you had to do and make a decision. But maybe they go somewhere else and they're not treated as well as you treated them. Take this as a parable, Pisces. This could be a relationship. I'm not even sure exactly what I just said. But, you know, it's possible they go somewhere else they have an experience and they thought they needed that date. That was the only date they wanted, and they had to book their event or their thing on that date only. And they go somewhere else and they say, okay, well, if you're not going to give me that date, I'm going to go somewhere else. And you just said yes to the right person, did the right thing, let them go away, handled it with care, just in case they come back so they remember you. You were still very, very helpful. Maybe you even gave them the reference. Maybe if they don't handle them over there, you didn't give them the reference, but maybe you give them a good reference if you're going to give the reference that they like and they're appreciative of. But if they go somewhere on their own, they book something because they need that date, I'm getting this specifically, that let them go and, you know, check it out. And if that person doesn't really, or that company or whatever doesn't really handle them with the same care that you did, they're going to come back and take that other date that you had available. That's not the exact time slot they wanted, but it's going to work. And they'll be really happy they came back, you know, for you, Pisces, because you did right in the beginning. Even if it wasn't exactly what you wanted and you wish you could have handled it all, sometimes you can't handle it all and you do have to say no. I didn't even read this card, did I? Life may be feeling a little out of balance right now. You could be working multiple jobs or trying to make a change in your dream career. It's important to keep things light and stay in touch with your inner child. You know, like, take a chance. Don't be afraid to fall in. Don't be afraid to splash the water. Don't be afraid to, like, joke around and come up with a solution, wiggle things around and see. You know, the eyes of a child. Check it out. See. You never know unless you try it out. Make your work as playful as possible. Multitasking with a positive attitude brings success. So if you're handling a lot, but everything on your plate is things you love, you're going to do it. Pisces, you're a badass. You are going to figure it out. You know how to work with different energies and make it all work together and put it in yourself and make it your own. You know, you're sensitive enough to all that is out here, but strong enough with yourself that you can just keep your own, you know, your own you, as long as you have your own space to occasionally go back to. So maybe it's finding that balance. You can't give it all to everyone else and not have your own thing going on. You have to give back to you. You have to find what's good for you, where you want to put your energy into, the relationships you love to be in, where you feel like yourself, what job you feel like you're meant to do. It might not be what you pursued to this point, but now you got an idea and you're like, I don't know, maybe I'll just give it a go a day a week. Give it a little, like, sign up for a class. Maybe I'll just try to do one thing, you know, pick it up again if it's an instrument or something like that and see where it takes you. Say yes to a gig, go to karaoke, you know, go on a vacation. I don't know where that came from. That came out of nowhere. Maybe you don't have time where you are to even go on a vacation. You're just always working and then handling your things and then sleeping when you have your day off. That sort of sounds like me a little bit. So maybe I'm talking to myself. I do have a Pisces rising, by the way, so maybe I do need to find a little time off. I was actually thinking how I was going to do the weekend videos. I know if you're watching this a little later, that won't matter, but I decided that I wasn't sure if I was going to do all the individual videos here at the end of the month because I had a bunch of Mercury retrograde weird shit happen to me that just made me have like a couple weird days that you know, just couldn't get everything done. I had other things I had to do, so I had to do my responsibilities and things that came up first. Had to do it. And I still wanted to give a reading. I thought it was, you know, the holidays and I thought people would want individual readings, but I was sort of stressed on time, so I thought I'd do shorter readings, give it a go. But now that I'm getting towards the end, I might have to shorten up my weekend reading and combine something so that I'm not, you know, giving from an empty plate, so I can finish these readings here for all of us now. So sometimes you have to adapt. And I thought it was at me adapting in the beginning. I was going to do a big old overall, like, let's do a get along, you know, weekly reading for all signs, sort of like the daily reading. And then I just didn't know how to work it out. And I know I can blab for too long. If I did like an everyday thing, it probably would have been a really long reading. And it was probably more beneficial for all of us to just have our own little space. So I think I'm probably going to take a little break, especially after this, you know, and figure out how I can lighten my own load because I actually get done with these and then I go to work. So it's balancing a lot. It's balancing this and doing this here and then having a life and then going to work and doing that all. you know, and figuring out where I need to place my energy. So you have to do the adjustment sometimes when you start to get on a roll, and then see if that starts to build up some pressure. It's a little heavy, or things come in that change things around. You just got to go with the flow. You know, you're the Pisces, you're the fish, you're pretty strong, and the depths of the water, the top, you can be exposed, and you're strong enough to handle anything that comes towards you. So that sensitivity is your strength. So you should be good at being pretty sensitive to what you need to adapt to in the situation. And if you fall off or whatever, you should be able to wiggle your way back in there and get up again and do it again. So, you know, find that balance, you know, make the decisions that feel like you're lightening the load where it should and going towards what's opening up towards you. You know, when things are shutting around you, or doors are shutting, or pressure's going, maybe try to release that pressure, you know, rather than bottle it up. Say what you need to say if you're bottling something in. Make the phone call to release that situation so you can just feel free and you're not thinking about something you need to do the whole time you're supposed to be doing something else. You know, go handle that situation you need to, so you get it out of your system, or you do what you have to do. You get it in you. You have the energy, you have the connection, so that you can go back and focus on what you need to focus when you need to focus on it. Because there's somewhere where you're going to get out of focus if you're out of balance. You're going to feel out of whack. So go to where you need to feel like you need to, attract to. Maybe it's an attraction for you and you're just ignoring it. So go towards the attraction, you know, what feels warm, the right temperature for you. And maybe what's cold will fall away, or what's old will fall away, or, you know, that new direction will bring a different attraction towards you. So you're balancing different energies in. So if you're starting a new job, or you're starting a side business, or you're starting something like on your own and you still have a job, you can still feel out what's important. You know, if it's a gig or just one-time thing, or helping out a friend or something, see how it feels. See if you even like it before you release what you're doing over here. But, you know, you need to be clear all around. You need to be organized all around. You need to adjust the pie so that you give the right amount of yourself and you actually receive some help back. So there could be something helpful coming in, you know, and if you're just focused on this one straight line over here and somebody's calling to you that they're sending over a boat here, you need to hear. You need to see what else is going on and, you know, stretch it out a little bit. All right, let's go to the Tarot of Dreams for Pisces. Get clarity on the Two of Abundance, the Two of Earth, the Two of Pentacles. The card for Pisces. And there we go. That's funny. When I said I was looking at this and I was wondering if when I first got the card, if I accidentally said, said the Two of Wands just in my description for some reason. Because when I said Pentacles again, that sounded funny to me. And there we go. There's the Two of Wands. I know I should have maybe said it so you knew what I was thinking, but I mean, that's cool. That's cool. That's a decision. Which doorway, which one is good? Which one is the right way? How do you know if this way is the wrong way if you never tried to go through and see what's behind the door? Or if you always go through this door and through this way, you know, or this way is the way you always go. Maybe this is the way for you now. Maybe that was the way then and that was good then. And all of a sudden you look up and you notice this other door. Maybe that's an open door for you. Maybe one's open, one's closed. One's hot, one's cold. Maybe you both, maybe this, I feel like when I see the Two Wands, it's like two rods. It's like two flames of passion, two directions, or two hearts going in the same direction. Because I see this almost like a blue, like a male and a female energy. I see like blue and red, or blue and pink. I also see Mars in Aries. So maybe you have Aries somewhere, or you're dealing with an Aries or a fiery energy and an earthy energy. But But I feel like no matter which path you thought you were on, you end up coming together somehow. There's a 2 and a 2, so it's a partnership. Either you need to get in line with that partnership in yourself so you go the right direction. You're feeling good about all of your surroundings, your home, your romance life, your work life, your play time, all of it, your sleep time, your off time, that it all feels aligned. But I think with the 2 twos, you're thinking about aligning maybe yourself in all of those things, Pisces, that you are also trying to get in alignment with yourself and maybe possibly with somebody else. I think maybe towards one person. You know, there's one person here, there's 2 doors, and they go to one path. You know, it's almost like, I don't know, you are looking at these 2 doors, maybe you're looking at which one to go between, or maybe it goes, you know, this way and you're looking back. I don't know. I feel like minus this in the direction, I feel like there's 2 different people or 2 different situations that you've gone through that have brought you to this one point. So 2 talents you have, 2 different things that you're good at, 2 different jobs you've had that now you can combine and actually go together. You know, I feel like this is when you can also extend a partnership and when there's someone around you who's equal as you. Equally as good as you, that you can work together, maybe opposite in every other way, but somehow equal. You know, they're balanced with you. They have something where if you extend one of these rods, you don't mind them using it. You trust them with this. This is somebody trusting you as well. Walking through the doorway, making a decision, taking another step, going past the gateway. You know, you have to walk and take a chance. You have to walk through something or away from something or towards something. There's decisions and balance and harmony and balancing opposite energies. So it could be you and a brand new thing coming into your world that you have to learn now how to balance. Now you have 2 people coming through that doorway, coming together and exploring their lives every once in a while, maybe going back into their own world and their own lives, and maybe come to this plank together and you come to this space together and this gateway together every once in a while. Whatever this balance is for you, it could be you see somebody once in a while, right? You could meet here, you make plans, you have a good time, and you go back to your own world until that world changes and you want to stay here longer or walk forward together and do something else when you create balance together. But I feel like maybe you can't do this all yourself if there's someone involved. There has to be communication. There has to be someone else on board here to see where you're going or what's going on or where you're coming from so that you'll understand, you know, what the next step means, where you're going. So let's get more clarity for Pisces on the end of December. 2 of Wands and the 2 of Earth, Abundance, Pentacles. Pisces, end of December. And that's relationship. So there we go. It's definitely about a relationship. And it's funny. In this card, it starts with you. You have to understand how magical you are. Look at that big, beautiful Pegasus unicorn flying, like, that you can totally fly on. This unicorn is, I think of something unique, something rare, something special, magical, intuitive, insightful. This is you, you know, being in tune with your higher self. Maybe it's you that has the wings. Maybe that's interesting. You have the wings, Pisces, and you're attached or you have a relationship with this magical unicorn. So the unicorn can probably fly away or like teleport anyway, but you can fly free here. You're choosing to come down to earth a little bit, like Pisces, you know, you're connecting your higher self and you're grounding yourself with this earth, you know, with the physical surroundings of what you gotta do, earth, and you're connecting it to your spirit, Pisces. That's connecting heaven and earth, Pisces. That's you. That's getting in tune with you first. And you're going to find that connecting to your higher self and what you really want to do. And, you know, what you got going on down here. What you can do. And how those things that you see and you imagine they're so big, you can make happen, Pisces. You can make anything happen. You can imagine so big. You're the one that knows how to bring that back down from heaven and make it work on earth. So it starts with doing something. It starts with making a decision. Maybe it starts with balancing a relationship out inside of yourself that was imbalanced first. And I feel like you've got a big relationship coming on in. I feel like maybe you found that balance and somebody else found their balance, or that balance is finding its way towards you. This relationship is finding its way towards you. Maybe it's working on your own balance first, and then you finally find that there's a harmony coming together. There was someone else in that same, maybe not on the same road, maybe somewhere far away you didn't see. I just heard Parallel Lines by Joss Stone. That totally jumped out of nowhere. So maybe somewhere like on a similar path somewhere, but not exactly the same. And now there's a point where you come together, or it's time to make a decision together about something, or destiny's going to bring you together so you can start to juggle things around and see how it feels. But your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. You know, it's understanding how strong you are and how beautiful you are and how strong your sensitivities are and how much you can handle, Pisces. You can handle a lot. I mean, handle just all those energies you feel and to still be yourself, you know, and still come back and be stronger because of it is why this is coming towards you now. Maybe you had to go through something before, or somebody else just had to go through something. So if that was going on, or you're going through something now, no, it's just getting you a little bit stronger so you can stretch your wings and know where you should fly, because it's going to feel right where you're going. The doorway is going to feel right. If you go in the wrong door, it's okay. You just go back. You know, it's okay. Now you know that's not the door for you. You're going to go the other way. You know, or maybe the one way is good, and when it rains, you know, you go a different direction. Then you go, I don't know, you put your rain, I'm getting like you put your rain boots on all of a sudden. That was weird. I am not sure where rain boots came out of, Pisces, but I feel like if you're worried about a relationship or balancing something out, you have to trust yourself. You know, trust yourself in your own relationship, that you know what is good, that you're doing the right thing for everyone around you for a reason. But, you know, it starts with a decision. It starts with maybe some communication, maybe even communication inside of yourself, so that you really know which is the right door for you. You know, maybe you'll find that that relationship will bring you on the same path with somebody else. But it starts, Pisces, with going the right way for you, doing what feels good for you, and then trusting that it will unfold right if you keep moving that beautiful, loving direction for you. All right, Pisces, I hope this was helpful. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I'm getting tongue-tied at the end here. So I love you. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you soon.